So it's a good thing to always be open to feedback. It's a good thing to not be a know-it-all, right? You should always be open to learning. And one thing I noticed, right, with like some of the best people in chosen field, right, or some of the best like coaches I've seen, or the best people, no matter what field they in, was that they are open to listening to other people, right? Because I noticed that people who's not that successful in their field is because they swear they know everything, right? They're not open to change. They're not open to growth. They think they too good. They think they have it all figured out. When reality is like the world, right? It's constantly growing. It's constantly changing. On top of that, too, the moment, like I was always told growing up, that the moment you stop learning, right, you're doing something wrong. You want to always be open to learning. So I can't stand it, right, when I see like, especially with coaches, they had a mindset of my way out of highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's crazy because, okay, like to improve like in your field, the people you work with, ask them for feedback. Ask them, what can you work on? What do you feel like could be done differently? And when you oh my God, I can't talk sometimes. So basically, when you ask them that, you get a certain feedback. You like, okay, I know what adjustments could be made. I know what I could do differently, right? It help you understand some things that you might can't see. Because when we have the mindset we know it all, we feel like we don't need to grow. We feel like we don't need to change. And we just feel like they're always 100% perfect. Our way is not 100% perfect. It's not. That's why I got to be open to feedback. Because I was just recently talking to one of my athletes, right? And last year they would tell me stuff they didn't do, and I like, one of my favorite things to do is, right, I love to talk to people, ask them questions about what people are doing wrong. Like guys or girls I'm friends with, I like to ask them, like, what is the reason you feel like your relationship failed? Like, what's some of the reasons your relationship didn't work out, right? Or I like to ask students, like, what do you feel like could be done different in said class so you can be more educated or you can understand what's going on? Or like athletes, I like to ask them, what do you feel like your coach not doing right that could help you improve as an athlete? And I learned a lot. Believe it or not, I learned a lot from asking these questions. Because when I ask these questions, I'm like, okay, I could avoid doing this. Maybe I could add this. Because you got to think about it. If they live in this and they understand what they need, you know, and their needs not being met, how could someone improve in said field? Right? Imagine being a boss and your workers trying to tell you, like, hey, we can make a lot more money if we doing this and this, but you saying, I want to keep doing things my way, right? Because like with sports, if you're a coach and you either your way or highway, you're not listening to other coaches, or you're not trying to take no feedback, advice from your athletes or the coaches, how can you improve as a coach as time goes on? You could potentially get left in the dust. And on top of that too, right, inside your relationship, if your partner trying to communicate to you like how they feel, they're trying to give you feedback, and you think you know everything, you think you know it all, and you think you know how they should be treated, when obviously it's not working, maybe you should listen. Maybe you should learn a thing or two. Like, we got to drop the ego. We got to drop the pride to be open to growth. That's a big reason I love learning, because the more I learn, the better I could become as a person, the better I could be in chosen field. It could be the same thing for you no matter what you want to do in life. If you want to own a business, you got to be open to feedback from the people that work for you, because if people think you're a horrible boss, no one want to work for you, right? Just how if you're a horrible coach, no athletes will want to play for you or run for you or whatever chosen sport it is, right? If you're a teacher and you're a horrible teacher, no one want to listen to you in class, right? If you're a horrible coworker, no one will go want to work with you. So why not? So why do we have this mindset of we know it all, or we're not open to feedback, or we can't take constructive criticism? I love getting feedback that makes sense. I love getting constructive criticism that makes sense. I'm not saying bash anybody, put anybody down, but you can respectfully go about it a certain way. Now, I remember one time a coworker told me, like, you know, sometimes you can talk too much and you get behind on work. I'm like, you know what, you're right. Let me lock in a little bit more at work. And, you know, I could goof around when we're not that busy. And I did that, and my productivity has improved a lot over time when I was working at my own campus job, right? Because, you know, we all got our flaws. Nobody's perfect. But you want to work with your flaws, not against it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, when I talk to athletes who end up transferring schools to quit the sport, they always say because they coach not listening to them. They coach not trying to understand them. They coach not trying to meet their needs. They coach think they know everything. And they coach think just because somebody young, like, this thing get to a lot of older people. They think since they're older, they know everything and they understand everything. Like, no. Just because you're older doesn't mean you know everything. And just because you're young doesn't mean you don't know nothing. I never knew there was an age limit to when you could finally know, you could finally be educated. You could finally understand what's going on. I learned a lot from people. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from people, right? Older people, younger people. I'm not gonna lie, I met a lot of younger people who was more educated than older people. So how are we gonna sit here and say, oh, this person young, they don't know what they're talking about? That make no sense to me. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I just want to go here and rant about that real quick as I was driving to the gym. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for many more videos to come. I'm out. Peace.